Volume on.
Yeah. All right, dude. It should
Volume is up.
Volume's up. I got to make sure that this thing comes down because I don't want to hear myself on my own phone. Fucking lower that. All right, dude.
Can you hear?
Nah. Well, see, it's going right there, but is that picking up the sound on your end?
Should be.
Yeah. First down, Bears. Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, dude.
All right. So we are good.
There, just wide. But see, he should have cut in a little bit quicker.
All right. What's the score?
Score is 0-0.
Oh, shit. I haven't missed anything.
Nah. Coming to you a little bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah. Technical difficulties as usual.
Yes. So this is the Say What You Like live stream.
Live stream. Bears, Packers.
First game of the season.
First game of the season. Thursday night football.
So
We got to give our pick for this game since it's still 0-0.
Green Bay.
I went Green Bay too.
Yeah.
You know, Chicago is the favorite though.
Yeah, you can start to see why these first couple drives in their defense. Then, I mean, this has got to be the most you've seen Aaron Rodgers under center in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's the offense that they run. You know, it's
Right.
it's the Shanahan, the McVay, play action bootleg offense. So it looks foreign to see him not just in shotgun running inside zone, pulling it
Yeah.
back and just flinging it. But we're up and running. We thank you guys for the delay. Sorry about that, but we're here to enjoy some football. You guys can listen to us in the background, watch the game. You guys don't want to hear the commentary.
So how are the Bears running the ball
You know what?
recently?
That's okay. They got like one first down off of it. They've got one off a penalty. It's really been the defenses that have kind of held this game in check. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. You got Aaron Rodgers with that beautiful mustache.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was legit.
I saw that.
That was legit. Let's see.
Let's see. Mike Pettin. There he is. Defensive coordinator for the Packers.
I still got some. I think he's going to be fine. Push comes to shove.
I mean, for me, I'm more interested in the Bears' offense. Like, I know the defense is going to be there. It's solid at the very least, and
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, I was
At
a
its
little
full potential.
See, but I was a little worried about switching coordinators and going from Vic Fangio to Chuck Pagano. I've never been a big Chuck Pagano fan. But right now, I mean, there's just a lot of talent. Roquan Smith is kind of stepping up and kind of taking the role he should be as the top linebacker on the inside for the Bears. You're kind of getting the feeling that this is going to be a defensive game.
Yeah, it's 0-0.
Yeah, and
I haven't really seen any fireworks fly.
No, I don't think you're going to see many from the Bears outside of a couple trick plays.
Well, I mean, it's week one, and defenses, for the most part, are always ahead of the offenses.
Yeah, see 3rd and 5. Trubisky in trouble and nothing.
No. 4th down.
4th down.
Green Bay gets the ball back. Should be getting the ball back.
So, let's say change possession. What are you looking forward to this season outside of your own team, just in general, the NFL?
I'm always looking for close games, man. Good games, obviously. That's pretty general, but I like the type of games. Everybody talks about the Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs game from last season.
Yeah.
The shootouts. But you know what? I prefer those low-scoring games, but they're just, they're more defensive-oriented games, kind of like the Cowboys and the Saints game was late in the season. I
Yeah.
prefer watching that kind of game.
I don't know. Give me some offense. Maybe
Yeah.
not as ridiculous, but I mean,
But at a certain point, yeah, right? When you're in a shootout and you're in the high 40s, you're kind of like, hey, it'd be nice to see some defense in this game.
I think when they started taking out big hits is when defenses started becoming like I would love a defensive game when you used to be able to hit receivers,
Yeah.
or
The
hit
days of
quarterback.
Ronnie Lott
Yeah,
are
long gone. Yeah.
They did a special on Roy Williams.
Really?
Yeah, on the Cowboys.com, and he was talking about how Ronnie Lott was one of his heroes growing up, one of his football idols. And he was saying that basically it was funny how, and it's true. I mean, it's true back then.
Mhm.
Like back in 03, 04,
Yeah.
Roy Williams was considered the best safety in the league.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, And he was. I mean, I don't remember. Ever remember anybody saying, "Oh yeah, they should have drafted Ed Reed above Roy Williams." Not for those first few years, you didn't, because Roy Williams was a man on fire. Roy Williams was our everything. Roy Williams was a 98 on Madden for a few years.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they said that the rules started to change. The horse collar, the late hits, defenseless receiver, and his game went to crap.
I remember Deshaun Golson, former 49er, went to Tampa Bay in the offseason, and he could not play in the league anymore because he only knew one way to tackle, and that was to blow you up.
Yeah. And so it was just talking about how that ruined. And and he was saying, like, it's sad because a guy like Ronnie Lott wouldn't even maybe make the league now with the way they played. He'd
be more specialist. I think you'd have to really kind of sit him down, but I think there's some talents that, like, you really think Jack Tatum couldn't play in this league?
He would never get to play.
I think
that's the point.
His son or his grandson's like in college. Did you know that? Oh God, he's on what team?
So. I did see Tatum. And yes, Jack Tatum.
I was like, why isn't this guy like?
It's not Ohio State though.
No, it's like Washington or BYU or one of those. Yeah, some crazy team like that. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting because you have these, ways of thinking in the NFL. You have teams like the Bears. The Cowboys, who are going to be more ball control, a little more defense, and you have teams like the Rams, Kansas City, who are going to be just, they're going to try to just fling the ball. Oh, the Bears made a kick. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Bears
actually made a field goal.
Yeah,
where was that in last playoff?
Kicking situation over there in Chicago. I knew it all along.
Yeah, that's what that guy's face was.
That look was. He was gonna make it all along. Ooh.
Out of bounds.
At the 40. I think this is an important drive early in the game. You get your first score on the board. I think Green Bay needs to be able to match them at the very least right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to be able to move the ball because they haven't been able to move the ball at all. They've taken sacks. Their offensive line looks shocked. You kind of want to see what's going on with them. They need to answer. Pinheiro. I like they put the little accent on his last name. That's pretty legit right there.
Pinheiro.
He's already.
Let's see, Aaron
Rodgers. Under center again.
Under center, yeah.
This is the most I've ever seen this guy under center at all.
I'm so used to seeing him taking shotgun snaps.
Yes.
He looks almost uncomfortable.
He really does. He doesn't. He really doesn't look like he knows like this offense.
Doesn't that say something for when like analysts will say, "Well, he's a system quarterback." Well,
everybody is a system quarterback. You change the systems, you change the system on them. They're not going to. It may take them a while. Great quarterbacks can adapt,
right?
But it's going to take every quarterback a while. All right, let's get a first. Nope.
Man,
this
secondary's all over them.
Maybe a 9-0 game.
Yeah.
That would be ironic considering it's NFL 100.
Ironic.
Yeah, ironic.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. Especially when you're describing the ego of a GM compared to a wide receiver.
Yeah, can you believe that, man? I want to save that for the podcast a little bit later. But the whole AB and Mike Mayock thing, and there's people that are actually taking AB side.
Well, people are outlandish on Twitter. I just realized that you come to that I don't even know how to explain some of that. All right, this is where you get a quick slant. Right there. Nothing. Wow. He already looks frustrated. He may get crazy and try to punch his GM too.
Well, I mean, he might be able to get away with it.
Yeah. He literally can backhand their head coach.
Oh, yeah.
And then nobody doing anything.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll get a new one.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that doesn't look that the offense doesn't look good at all.
No.
For Green Bay. What's weird is not just because they haven't moved the ball or in this series, but like you said, I don't think he looked comfortable. I don't think they looked comfortable.
No.
Running the offense.
This is probably one of the more complex offenses. I mean, this is West Coast verbiage, which is kind of complex. This is play action. This is stuff it's not just like going from changing verbiage and changing certain things. You've completely changed the offense, and you can tell the first couple drives.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look comfortable setting his feet because he's not used to these timing routes anymore.
Right.
Right. Green Bay and the Bears, I mean, that division is wide open. We talked about it on a previous podcast and our predictions and previews. I mean, this is going to go a long way, in my opinion. Like, if Green Bay comes out here and they don't do well, I mean, it sets the table for them. Now, can they rebound? Of course.
Yeah,
but
it's a long season. It's just, it's not off to a good start. Right
no, and you're just wondering, like, is this going to be something they can overcome, or is this something where, it's going to take a season for them to get that, for him to get that offense?
Or is this just the end of Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know. We'll find out. I think that
not everybody's Tom Brady.
No, I think you're right in that sense. I don't think he'll play as long, but I just look at it like right now he just looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, he does.
And he just looks off. And when he gets to, a little more comfortable in this offense, it's just how long is that going to take?
Yeah.
We kind of think that, it's like Madden. We're just going to put in a new offense.
Right, no. It doesn't work that way. Oh, let me try this playbook today.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't work. But even in Madden, when you find a playbook you like, you know where to go.
Yeah.
It's just the quickness you operate with.
You know where the plays are. You know
right.
exactly.
hey, down, left.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly. And if I switch playbooks, I go from like a air raid to a West Coast. Then you don't know what you like on short yardage. Right. You don't like.
Yeah,
exactly. And they're still trying to kind of go with that. I mean, the offense didn't really improve in free agency and the draft. They went heavy on the defense. In free agency, kind of Amos and Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith, and getting Rashawn Gary, who's not playing. They've kind of went the way of collecting defense. And that's kind of paying off right now. You'll see how it goes against kind of like as this game goes, if Trubisky and Nagy kind of figure it out. But right now, if you're Green Bay, you have to rely on that defense.
Yeah. Well, offense don't look good.
Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, other games
so
during week one.
Like, what game are you looking forward to besides your
looking at it
team?
Obviously, Dallas.
Yeah.
Should be a ass kicking. Honestly, when I look at this, I'm really looking for Tennessee at Cleveland because so much hype around the Cleveland Browns, man. I mean, it's like, give me a break. They haven't even played a regular season game, and we're just hyping this team up as the favorite in the NFC North when there's still good teams in the North. Baltimore's decent. I think Pittsburgh's still good, regardless of who they lost. I think it's going to be a lot of addition by subtraction there. I'm just not ready to crown them. So let's see. Can you beat the Tennessee Titans in week one? That shows me something.
I think they will. I think the game I'm looking forward to is Kansas City at Jacksonville, and I think it's just a contrast of styles. It's it's Kansas City's high flying offense versus that defense. You want to see them rebound. They have some really great players. Josh Allen looked good in the preseason against the pass. You still got Ngakoue. You still have Miles Jack. And then you're looking at, Jalen Ramsey, how he rebounds. I still like Jalen Ramsey. I still think he's a top cornerback. Yeah. He just, And
he's quiet.
He learned his lesson.
He's got a little bit of that humility in him this year.
So I'm looking forward to that. And then the only other game I really, besides my own team, is Denver at Oakland. And I just want to see a tire fire.
Yeah.
We all know that's
honestly, I really want to see that game now. I want to see what Gruden does. I want to see how the offense looks.
And I don't think AB's going to be playing.
No, I don't. I doubt it. I doubt it.
He literally was going to swing on fucking Mayock, punted the ball, and said, find me then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's...
But so that game is going to be going back to the game. I want to see that, and I'm going to have my Twitter open, and I'm just going to follow Antonio Hubron.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be...
He'll give us a show.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they lose.
Oh, he's hoping. If they win,
then he's going to...
That looks bad. That looks bad right away.
The devil's a lie. That's all I remember. The devil's a lie. It's like, yeah. The ref called me for false start. The devil's a lie. What does that have to do with any of that, Antonio?
Yeah.
None of that. The devil. It's like, did you pull that from a rap album?
But so many people were telling me, like, oh, man, put AB on the squad. That offense. I'm like, no. And I mean, I told Cowboys fans and non-Cowboys fans alike. Yeah. No, you don't want that.
I really did think he was going to give you a year. I thought, okay, you get a year out of him. I did not think he was going to go full, like this, less than a year in. I thought he'd be on his best behavior I thought all of this would have happened on year 2. He's that crazy. He's crazier than T.O.
Oh, yeah.
He's crazier than Randy Moss.
It's
No.
not even close anymore.
Randy Moss and T.O. gave you at least a year.
They gave you a year of being a good citizen.
And then they went crazy.
Or some small little issue, and that's it.
Yeah.
But this is
He went a year.
He didn't even go
Yeah.
into his first preseason game without issues.
No. No flag. Yeah, there's a flag. Yeah, he was holding.
You know, Trubisky looks confident. I mean,
because you remember, like, people forget he drove them down the field against Philly that last game. He didn't lose that then. The kick.
The kick.
And then you also kind of looking at another game we'll talk a little bit about is Atlanta and Minnesota, because Minnesota has a chance to really, especially with the news of Antonio Brown, Julio Jones maybe not playing that game.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a difference. You're going to Minnesota, and I kind of favor home teams unless the road team is just that much better, especially week 1. And so I look at Minnesota, Dalvin Cook, their defense. I think they'll be able to establish a win, especially if neither one of these teams look that great.
Yeah, I need to see them put it all together. Minnesota, talent's there.
Yeah.
Talent's there. It's just, well, what happened last season? I mean, what happened?
Kirk Cousins is not as... Like, Kirk Cousins, to me, I feel like Mugatu. When everyone tells me about...
He is good.
No, I picked them to win the division, and not because of him.
But he's good. He's not a bad player.
I'm taking crazy pills. I feel like everybody's taking crazy pills, or I'm taking
How
crazy
many
pills.
yards does he pass for? I'm not saying that just that one thing makes him good. I'm just
But
saying,
like, if they're
look at that.
if
It's
they're
not-
blowing them out, then what does it matter? He's getting. Like, when is he getting those yards? I used to say this.
Okay, yeah. Trust me, I subscribe to that philosophy.
Like, Martinez got to kind of make that tackle. I don't know what you're reaching for there, but it's like, here's the thing, and maybe it's because you watched it, because I remember my brother who's a Philly fan, and he talked about Kirk Cousins. I don't know if it's because he's in your division and you see him more and you pay attention to more games when he was with the Redskins, but anytime I saw him, it was always big primetime games, because that's when I would watch him. You know, him on Philly on Sunday night, or he was Washington against Dallas on Monday night. And every time I saw him in a primetime game, he just never looked good. He couldn't even look good in a preseason primetime game.
Yeah,
and
I've seen games where he's willing and dealing.
His best game is the one where he came back on the Bucks and he did that. Do you like that? Oh, that's a pick. Oh, that should have been picked.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, like, against the Bucks, fine. But they brought you in because they thought you were an upgrade over Case Keenum, and that guy got them to the NFC Championship game. And right now they didn't make the playoffs. Now you got Dalvin Cook back.
That's key.
Of all that team, he's the...
Dalvin Cook's the X factor.
Yeah, but when I look at, like, Kirk Cousins, it's on you. There's no, I didn't have a running game, or didn't have receivers, or didn't have a defense. None of that's going to be excuse. You have to be able to win that division.
I think that defense has to win. So you're telling me if that defense goes to crap and then Kirk Cousins has a great season, it's still on him? I mean, expect that defense to play up to par.
And I think that defense,
big names on that,
and that's why I think that defense will be fine. I'm not worried about that defense. Like, are they going to give up somebody? Okay, if you're going to win that division, you're that guy. Then there's going to be times where, like, hey, you know what? We took care of you. You know, there's going to be times where, like, that defense is going to save Kirk Cousins. Well, then there's going to be times where Kirk Cousins needs to save that defense.
Yeah,
it can't just always be, if like 1 week, the Minnesota Vikings win, 14-10. Or 10-7 because the defense shut somebody down. Okay, well, one of these days when you're playing Aaron Rodgers and he's on fire, or you're playing, somebody Dallas, or you're playing Kansas City or the Rams, all right, and they're putting up points, you better be able to match because they saved your ass a week before.
Yeah, I get it.
And that's what he needs to do, And when I look at Kirk,
but how many quarterbacks can you say that about? That's all I'm saying is, look, you want to put Kirk Cousins in a vacuum, then you can make anything become a reality in your mind. But like, you have to compare him to all 32 starting quarterbacks.
But I'm not asking him to do it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and he's not. He's supposed to be, you paid him like he's a top, better half quarterback.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
So you need to be able to, once in a while, just like, look,
so compare him to the top 16.
Okay, so like Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's bailed out the Lions. Their games were...
I like
okay,
Matt Stafford.
I've never seen... He needs to be able to do that this season.
He's not as clutch as Stafford. I'll take Stafford over Cousins.
Okay, but he
any
needs
day.
to be able to do that with what they paid him.
He's
And
not as talented as Stafford, though.
okay, then, but he's got a better team.
He does.
So,
He does.
like, okay,
That
an
is
even better
true.
offense. And I'm only talking about the defense. So, okay, the defense is having a bad
Yeah.
game. Okay, you need to be able to get that ball to those playmakers.
Yeah, I see your point.
You know.
Yeah, he should win. Yes, he has enough to win.
To win. So, to me, if he's out there and it's a Sunday night game against Green Bay or the Bears or whoever he plays, and he goes out there and he craps the bed and then that's on him. Or if he's over there, like, flinging the ball and, he throws a killer interception. Like, there's certain games.
He does that.
You need to be able to win. You
give you
can't,
some.
you need to be able to show me you can do that. Not consistently. I'm not even asking for, like, you need to do that consistently. Because, the defense should be able to save your ass more times than not. And your running game. But you need to make sure that when you need to be called on, that you can answer the call. That's what they got. They got you there because they think that team can win a Super Bowl, and you were the missing piece.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to be able to answer that call. That's all they're saying. They're not saying you need to be Aaron Rodgers, but they're saying in the NFC Championship game, if they get there,
Right.
you need to be the guy. If we need, just like
He's got to be an upgrade over Keenum.
yeah, and like what Trubisky did. When the Eagles went down there, Trubisky answered the call, and I'm not saying Trubisky's great,
Right.
but they're telling you, okay,
Right.
Kirk Cousins, we're in the NFC Championship game, we're down, we need you to answer the call.
Moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you handle that?
Answer the call.
Exactly. So that's what we're looking at. But right now we're talking about the Packers and the Bears. Getting back to this game, 3rd and 9 for the Bears. Trubisky in shotgun. Looks like 4 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, tight end split out. Crossing motion, Trubisky in.
Dropped interception.
Interception.
That was an ugly play.
That was. I don't know what he was doing.
Well, the back kind of whiffed on the protection, and he.
But like he kind of looked like he lofted it.
And
To,
then, yeah, exactly.
did he think he was the punter?
I don't think he was set. Well, let's see.
Let's see. We got.
But you see, 25 has to go across.
They run the blitz. He clears there. He threw across his body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how, if you're a defensive back, do you need to catch that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we're seeing a lot of sloppy play in week 1 on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Which I expected. And then the preseason, man, these coaches just shit all over it now.
Yeah.
Nobody's not very many players are going to be sharp.
You know what I noticed? That like 10 years ago, you would see they would play a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like that first game, you wouldn't, but like they would play at least a quarter in the second, and I think
they would play all the way into the third quarter
in
on
that third
preseason game.
And like nowadays, it's like a half, like
that.
Mahomes played, I think 3 drives.
That's all Dak was playing, like 2 or 3 drives a game. That's it. I'm out of here. 2 drives.
You kind of feel like how much should like they don't play any of that, and it's just so weird to see that. You look at like on the defense for the Niners, like D Ford could have played, didn't play. You look at the linebackers; they played sparingly.
Yeah.
At times he would pick and choose who he wanted. So, preseason is so different now. I mean, Shanahan's talked about like rather having just like 2.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Yeah.
That's it. One for one to get started, and one for your rookies, and that's the guys you want to see. No, see, that's all right. Come on. Timeout.
The thing about Aaron Rodgers is, man, he kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve, and you could just see it in him, like when he's pissed.
He's got if his game falls off, there's a little bit of Jay Cutler in there.
It's just he's the uber talented Jay
Cutler. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The monsters of the Midway. They're not as crazy as the 80s.
I don't think anybody ever will be.
You just listen to anybody who thinks that, this Bears, this defense, just YouTube Mongo McMichael interview, and that's all I got to say. Yeah. I'll let that man rest my case.
With the 4
horsemen, dude. He was a 4, dude.
Yeah, he was the 4 horsemen.
How many men could say they were a monster of a Midway and a 4 horsemen?
And the 4 horsemen. That's what he used to say.
Yeah.
He used to be like, I remember he would be on there, he'd be like, I represent the 4 horsemen just like I represent the 85 Bears. All champions, baby. Yeah. I was like, oh,
that guy was crazy.
Okay, I need a
right.
Rodgers play.
Wide.
Got it.
Yeah. There you go. Scantling. All right. That was the first.
Rodgers finally told LaFleur, like, I'm done with your playbook?
Well, it came out of shock. I think it's the play action. Like, Like, they should be, once they get on the same page. This Green Bay offense, it may actually take a whole year. I'm not joking, but man, Aaron Rodgers on play action would be deadly, especially if they can get teams to commit.
Yeah.
That's a death right there. Because when he's in shotgun, you already knew he was gonna.
Right.
And now look, you're getting the bootlegs. This is what you expect it to look like.
The movement.
Because I think that, and he was right, that offense, him in shotgun got stagnant. As great as he is, you can kind of protect yourself and stuff like that. And if your defense isn't good, like Green Bay's wasn't for a while, But now look at that. Everybody went, wide open.
It's more potential for bigger plays.
Exactly, especially after that. If guys like Goff and Garoppolo can make their bones off of this offense, then a guy like Aaron Rodgers is going to be ridiculous. Dang.
Devontae Adams, man.
It's kind of why they got rid of Randall Cobb, no? Like his emergence.
Yeah, for sure.
And he does crazy.
Cobb?
Oh.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham.
I forgot he was still in the league.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham.
There you go. It's time for Green Bay to do what Green Bay does and Chicago to do what Chicago does.
It's looking like that. Oh, look how happy he is. Man.
Yeah.
He's pissed like 4 plays ago.
Yeah. That was a crazy throw, though. He had no business throwing that, to be honest. That's like, I'm Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just going to throw this ball. Just like, that's crazy. He doesn't even step up. See, Romo, Garoppolo, they all have that kind of just like popping torque,
Yeah. It's all the torque in their hips.
Yeah, which is pretty cool to see. It's different.
The thing is, if their weight is off even a bit, it
can
lead to bad throws.
I mean, you see like the guy who did it for a while was like Romo, so you would see like whenever, when he would do it, it'd be great. It's not a knock, but it's kind of like you would know like whenever it didn't work.
Like
it was
that last interception on that Denver game, that Denver shootout. They just nicked his foot.
And just enough to.
Yeah, like that's all it was. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I like the way he throws. I like the way they throw.
I'll never forget Art the next day at work, because I was working with Art in Montebello, and the next day he's like, Romo can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Can't do that. He needs to get out of there. Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, the guy just put up 51 points, right? Like it's his fault now. It's like he had what did he have? 5 or 6 touchdowns and like
he needed 56.
500. Yeah, right. But you're not gonna blame your defense, like, oh, we couldn't hold them to 52 points or whatever it was, like.
But see, like, here's the thing though. You're not dealing with
wrong.
When I'll tell you this. This is the only thing I'll say is that when you give up 52 points to like, I don't know, Stafford or like an average quarterback, Andy Dalton, but you know when you get in there, you're playing Peyton Manning at his peak. He's gonna put up points. Like, you just know that there's nothing you could do. Great defenses gave up 40 points.
If Peyton Manning gave up that same play, would it be Peyton Manning's fault?
Yeah.
Like, no one would blame that defense?
Yeah, everybody blamed Peyton Manning at the end. Remember Peyton Manning was getting a lot of crap for that. Peyton Manning was called a choker. Why?
Was still Peyton Manning on the Colts.
It was in Denver, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was Denver.
So, like, yeah, Peyton Manning got...
That was his first year in Denver.
Peyton Manning got a lot of crap for stuff. Like, great quarterbacks get crap for that. The only one who kind of, like, skated on that was, like, Brady. Because Brady, by the time those things were happening to Brady, had won like 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, well, Brady.
Like, Brady, that happened to Brady once, but like, oh, you already won 3 Super Bowls. We're not going to worry about you.
You can't. It's not, what are you going to say? That's crazy.
Did we need to do you ever seen the beginning of Law and Order where like the names and faces have been changed?
Yeah.
We need to do that for this before we tell stories.
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, Romo, you know what they have now? They have the collapse of I tell you, they did the collapse on the Sports Nation or something, the SB.
I see, top 10.
Yeah, they did the series. They did the collapse of the Cowboys. They did the collapse of the Marlins. They did the collapse of the Niners, the Harbaugh-led Niners, and how crazy that. Yeah, that one's crazy, dude. I guess the guy's a Niners fan because I think he's like, it was really hard to talk about this, being a fan of this team.
Really?
Like, they talked about how, like, it was just bulky and like they didn't want to pay Harbaugh, head like Super Bowl coach, money. because he didn't win the Super Bowl. But like the guy said, he goes, so if they make the right call, does that mean he deserves that money? It had nothing to do with him, that call.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got cheap on him. And then they hired
Yeah.
Jim Tom Sula,
Well,
which was the most,
that was crazy.
yeah, like when they asked him, what's going to be your coaching philosophy on offense? Well, you know, you got to put a player. Let me talk about Joan from accounting. They give her some credit first. So, you know, you fit things and then you do things and then the things and then like the gym's like, we're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that
in
what
your
he
mind,
said?
you have to know. If you're a judge, you're like, oh, yeah, I really screwed this
It's
up.
just because that guy's the face of your team.
Yeah.
He's got to be able to answer those questions, if not be able to do anything else.
And, like, you have to be able to, like, you don't have to answer them, but you have to be able to answer them without answering them. Like, if you don't want to give certain things up, you have to be able to say,
Right,
like,
right.
you have to be able to
Be a
sound
robot.
competent. Like, there's certain oh, that dude's open if he gets it.
Ridiculous.
Yup. That was a nice throw and catch.
Allen Robinson back from the dead.
Yeah, he took a year off, apparently. Just man-on-man coverage right there. Look at that. Shook him off the line. Actually threw that pretty well.
No, that
'Cause
was a nice ball. I
yeah.
saw it right away. Like, oh.
Because you
Only
couldn't throw it
he's
any
the-
farther because then
Yeah,
you have the safety
no,
coming over.
Yeah. Back shoulder. That was nice. You know, I missed the back shoulder throw so much in Dallas.
Yeah, that's devastating.
I miss the back shoulder throw. I think that's why, like, the Dak haters are out there. I think it's just that play that they miss.
'Cause
even
that felt
myself-
unstoppable.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man.
Especially in the
Romo
red
could
zone?
Romo could do that. Like yeah.
That's 7.
Yeah, and now it's like it's not. It's like it's.
No,
I don't
remember he
see
tried
that.
it once in Denver and like Keith Talib ate him for that one day.
Yeah.
He had him for that. No, that throw is devastating if done right. If done right, no can defend, dude.
Him and Dez like in 14-13. Those man.
Yeah.
That was money. Tramon Williams. How old is he?
He's been here a minute, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing forever. Oh, nice sidearm.
You know what's crazy, dude, is you start to feel it when like guys you watch get drafted. Now their kids are getting drafted.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
nuts right there. It's like,
What do you think about Trubisky? Is he for real?
he's a streaky. He this is a year he kind of proves what he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's streaky. I mean, he's shown good things, but I still have to see it.
Is he in
He's got a little bit of like, he's kind of right now. He's entering like
Kyle Orton status?
I think he's past that.
Oh.
I think he's entering like the beginning of like the Kirk Cousins like that where like yeah he can make plays
But he
can-
hasn't hit
yeah.
Grossman
N-
yet.
Oh well.
Right?
No.
Well, Grossman, you know.
That guy. Hey, he took them to a Super Bowl.
He did. That's
It's
what I
a
mean.
Super
He's
Bowl. Like,
Grossman,
he's
dude.
Grossman, dude. He was on the cover of that magazine. Remember?
He was.
06, no? Or was it 08?
He was.
06.
06.
It was 06.
That's
yeah.
when he went. Yeah.
They were undefeated, like 5-0, and
Yeah.
then people realized,
The
oh no,
Bears
he's.
we thought they were.
Yeah.
That was what it was.
That's what it was, and we let him off the hook.
Do you think he's better than Jameis? Would you rather have Trubisky or Jameis?
Wow. Okay, I guess I'd probably rather have Trubisky.
Yeah, I think.
I think,
would
but
too.
that's crazy to me because I feel like if I needed a big play, I'd rather go to Jameis. He has the capability of just a straight big play. I don't
Right.
think Trubisky has that on his own yet.
right.
I've seen Jameis in games like he beat the Saints. He's thrown bombs to Mike Evans, but it's just like he's also gonna throw ridiculous picks. Oh well, there's a punt.
What about Mariota?
No, Mariota's he's done. I tried. I liked Mariota. I liked Mariota over Jameis coming out. Wow, what a nice punt.
On the 1, 2.
Like I liked Mariota coming out because I thought he could be accurate. He had better feet than Jameis was just a better quarterback as far as passing the ball. But I thought but Mariota just A, can't stay healthy, and B, you look at what.
He's won a playoff game.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, I just don't. I can't see. I don't even think he's going to be healthy by the time this year ends, and that's what's killer for him.
Yeah, maybe if he goes to UCLA, he'll.
Oh,
He'll be
UCLA.
all right.
It's what happened to them?
They suck.
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, like I said, I know you got to give Chip Kelly time and this and that, but it's just so. hard. I mean, how many games did they lose in a row at the beginning of last year? Like 5 or 7 or what was it?
Yeah, they were losing
It was
bad.
bad. And then they kind of turned it around at the end of the year.
Well, they beat USC. I mean, that's got to count for something.
Who got hurt on USC?
The quarterback.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
went down,
JT
right?
Daniels, dude.
Oh,
As
man.
he's down for the year.
That's crazy.
But then he was getting crazy. He was throwing bombs, and then like he threw this one where like he was like, "Should I throw it? The linebacker's there. Yeah, I'll throw it. Oh, I got intercepted."
Yeah.
I'm of no, I was talking to people, and I'm done with Clay Halton, and I'm done with Linsworth. I'm done with former players being ADs. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I just think that is not how you do it. I think you need a CEO. You need a college football, a guy who can handle administrative things. Because right now the USC AD feels just like it's like a whatever. It's like being it's like if Jerry Jones hired a GM.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You're just a
right,
face.
Yeah.
You're not really exactly.
Garrett.
Yes. So
Yeah, sure. You're the coach.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And I just look at it like they need a real AD to find a real head coach. And I don't want anybody that's ever known. If you know Pete Carroll, you're disqualified.
Yeah. Well,
Because they keep going back to that tree. That tree has not produced any fruit.
No.
You need a new culture,
dried
like a
up.
new everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unlike the pros,
Like
you don't
Urban
have to
Meyer.
wait. Exactly. Urban Meyer. Oh my God. I'd cartwheel for Urban Meyer right now. He's
It'll
gonna
happen.
Yeah. He's talking to Reggie. He's talking to Matt.
It's gonna happen.
He's like, look at this goof of
It's gonna
Brady
happen.
Quinn. Look at this guy.
Would you take Chip Kelly off my hands?
Nope.
Why not, man?
I don't want that.
He was great.
I know, but I don't want that. I feel like I have my eyes set on either Urban Meyer or like somebody from the SEC. We need to bring that mojo. Because how crazy is Alabama and Clemson still? They're still going to be crazy.
Clemson's crazy.
Tua, though, dude. I remember when like
Yeah.
Cowboy fans were calling for Tua after like you guys had like that 3-5 start. Like, oh, we should tank for Tua next year. And
I don't ever believe in tanking for anything. In any sport, I don't care what it is. I hate when fans like, oh, we messed up the number 1 pick. Like
here's my view.
the number 1 pick doesn't guarantee you shit.
Here's my view. This is the way I think about it. I will never root for my team to lose ever. I will never ever sit there and go, oh my God, I can't believe we won. Every game when the Niners doing it, when they lost Garoppolo and then people were trying to tank for Bosa, and people were pissed that we beat Seattle. Oh, you beat Seattle, yeah, but you lost out of chance. We ended up with Bosa anyways.
Yeah, right. You don't know.
No, you don't know. So, but like if I'm rebuilding a team, then okay, fine, we lost. I can take some solace at the end of the year.
First down, you idiot.
And he got it, and they pushed him back. Don't dance right there. You just
Yeah,
head
then
down
why
and
you
go.
gonna put it in the ref's hand right there.
But like for me, it's like, okay, let's say this is how I look at it. Let's say you lose, okay, you're depressed. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, okay, you look at the big picture. Or after the season, you look at, okay, well, you know what, we weren't going to go anywhere, whether, we were rebuilding, fine. But in the game, I'm never going to root for a loss, ever.
You shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't sit there.
Even for a draft pick.
No, I've
Who
never rooted
cares?
for that.
So look at the Colts. Got Andrew Luck, and they sucked for luck.
Yeah.
And look, you don't know what's
What's
going to
gonna
happen.
happen, yeah.
You just field the best team you can every day.
I know for a fact, like the
Bucks.
Bucks lost that game for Winston on purpose, and it meant nothing.
And look, what did that get them? Did that get them to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Did
no.
it get them to 5 straight playoff appearances? No.
No.
That's the point. Like, no, you
No.
should take that win.
Like when the season's over, then you kind of look at it from that point. Like, okay, yeah, we suck, but at least
it's
I know
more
we're
fair.
Yeah, to look at
Yeah.
it after the season. But you need, like, when you're going through, I think you dealt with it, I've dealt with it. When your quarterback goes down, what gets you through the week? Okay, well, we're going to suck. Wow. All right, well, then we get a pick.
I
Fine.
don't think that way, man. You know me.
Yeah.
When we had Matt Castle, I was like, I think he can win this game. There's
Nah.
a possibility. However,
I'm not talking about, like, right
whatever
before.
the odds, I think
But
he can do it, and I would have been happy.
Like
'Cause
on
it's
Tuesday.
a win. I cheer for you guys to win. Not
Oh,
to
no,
lose.
no, I'm
What
not
the
talking
hell?
about that, but I'm talking about, like, on a Wednesday. I'm like,
Oh
well,
yeah.
like, on a Wednesday, you have to take more, because you can't. Here's my stages of it. When we would lose, I'm depressed and sad for those Monday, Tuesday. And Wednesday, I'm like, okay, well, I'll look at mock drafts. All right, well, then I would start looking at players. Like, who do I want to see
Yeah.
on this team? And then by Friday, Saturday, okay, well, now I want to win.
That's not right.
It's not, but when you're like
It's not
1-7,
right.
1-8, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you have.
Yeah. Tell me though, you weren't like when you guys were losing, you weren't looking at mock drafts a little earlier than you would when you're winning.
Of course, because you're like, oh, I know we'll have our pick at the top 10 here.
Yeah,
Like,
let me see players. Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Right.
But never in a game. I never rooted for us to lose. No, I could never do that.
I don't know how people like,
You do that.
suck and tank, and maybe in the NBA because that's the only way to get better, I guess.
I mean, you tank for LeBron James.
Things like that. That's
because it's only one player. Like
Right.
in basketball, it's different. Where like one player can make that big of a
huge difference.
You get a generational player like LeBron James, you're actually going to the finals. There you go. They try to run that stunt. I remember that. That's old school Niners right there. That TE stunt on that end. That was Justin Smith and Alden Smith right there.
Clinton Dix now playing for the
Bears, right?
Bears. I never liked him.
No, I thought he was gonna be good, but I quickly realized
Gives up a lot of big plays.
Yeah.
Man, that's pressure.
Yeah. That was a nice play though. Cocky SOB, isn't he?
He is.
When he's winning, he's
Look at him. He's
happy as a pig and shit. You know.
He is.
Aaron Rodgers is just
And yet everybody would want them on their
oh
team.
yeah.
There's
not a unless you're Skip Bayless.
I mean, yeah.
Skip Bayless will take like.
But then Skip Bayless, at least he goes for Tom Brady. So.
Yes, but Skip Bayless would take Dak Prescott like for this season over Aaron Rodgers. That's crazy, right?
That's okay. I think we'll be all right with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
if we lost Dak.
Yeah, I think like if someone called you, go, we'll give you
okay.
we'll give you Aaron Rodgers for Dak
I'm
straight
pretty
up.
sure we could handle that.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's 8 for 8 for 100 yards.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Is he doing that to be like the guy from Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Is he still being Stiller? Yeah. Because I feel like that's him in real life.
He's playing with us.
Yeah.
What's up with all these, the whiteout?
I don't know. That looks crazy. Like you saw the beginning, like they were dressed like it was like 1919 or something.
That's cool. I like that.
All right, here they come. Yeah, they got him this time.
Man, that line's pretty good.
They're bringing it on that side.
Akeem Hicks is maybe one of the more underrated defensive linemen.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's really, really good.
I feel like their
I
defense.
think he's the second best player on the defense.
Outside of Mac?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you. I think if he were to go, their defense would have some issues.
Yeah, it'd be a big dent.
There you go. Man, that Joker movie looks crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just going to be a Joker movie.
Isn't that what The Dark Knight was?
Well, at least he was there.
Isn't that what Batman 1 was?
They were still there.
Let's be fair.
Yes, those movies,
There's
the Jokers.
no such thing as a Batman movie except for Batman Begins. That is the only true Batman where Batman is the main character.
Yeah, the Joker's crazy.
The Joker always takes the spotlight. Any bad guy. Bane, it's the Bane. When I say, Dark Knight Rises, what do you think?
I think
Do you think of Batman or Bane?
I think of Bane getting
So
crazy.
when I say Dark Knight...
The Dark Knight? Yeah, it's the Joker.
You think of the Joker. Okay.
Yeah.
You always think of the bad guy. Batman Returns.
But at least...
the Penguin and Catwoman. You don't think of, Batman.
Yeah.
What's the one where, what did Bruce Wayne do in Batman Returns? Do you remember?
No.
No, but you remember what Max Shrek did?
Yeah, he was the craziest.
All right, that's my point. Like
he's the one who made a deal with that dude.
Right,
He was crazy,
with
dude.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then he turned his back on him like that.
Which is why, and
he shot Batman too.
Exactly.
He was crazy.
Yeah, and that's my point where I really do believe that Batman Begins is the best Batman movie because it's the only movie about Batman.
Okay, yes,
like,
I agree.
Wow, that's Batman's movie.
I agree, but I think that at least he's a character. So because it's the Joker dealing with Batman. If you want to take it from that angle, this one is what is the Joker gonna do?
Right.
It's gonna be crazy. It's like DC's like other movies are like
it's
crazy.
about how he's gonna become.
You
Like
think
a
he's
new
gonna be
origin.
crazy?
Yeah.
He looks crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Joaquin Phoenix. Like, let's find the
crazy.
craziest looking actor there is
Right.
and make him play a
The
crazy
guy that
character.
played Commodus from.
Yeah, dude, he's the emperor, dude. His stab fools up just like that.
He was crazy.
Was
I admit though, dude, if I had to fight him, I'd probably stab him before anybody saw.
just the shadiest things.
Yeah, you know,
It's the
like,
shadiest stuff.
I gotta even this out somehow.
He did laugh at him. I'm like, oh, you're gonna fight me for real? And
Yeah.
he's like, well, I'll stab you first.
Yeah.
Look at those old footballs right there. Imagine. No wonder they ran the ball most of the time.
Oh yeah, you'd have to with that, right?
They were doing.
Especially that first one.
Oh. They said, I remember like they had quarterbacks test the balls out, and yeah, they said you could never throw that first one.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Now I wonder if Tom Brady got his hands on those before.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
deflated.
them. That's probably why that first one looks like
First
that.
one's like that, yeah.
The Duke.
The Duke.
The Duke. How crazy is that? Sammy Baugh, dude. They had pictures of like the greatest 100 players or 100 photos. The greatest 100 photos in
Sammy
NFL.
Baugh.
Sammy Baugh was one.
Oh yeah.
White Tittle.
Slinging Sammy Baugh.
Slinging Sammy Baugh. Like if you want to start an undefeated team, you get Sammy Baugh and
With the first overall pick.
You take
You
Sammy
take
Baugh
Sammy Baugh.
and you take Al Bundy.
Yeah.
You know, 4
Yeah.
touchdowns in one game,
One
dude.
game.
You run that toss sweep fake, dude. You're winning that no matter what.
I would take Al Bundy in the clutch, but
Yeah.
I think I'd take Sammy Baugh at number 1 overall.
Yeah. I think I can get around. I think you can. He'll fall to the second round for me.
Yeah.
You know, Bundy. First 2 seasons. Yeah, I
But
mean, you want
somehow
to
I still think that maybe the greatest player truly was, I don't even know his name, but Sammy Baugh's running back, and I'll never forget the story. They won the championship game, and he's at the podium, and they say, wow, how do you feel after running for like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns and winning the championship? And he goes, oh, wow, that sounds great. And then they're like, yeah, you did it. He's like, oh, I was in that game? It's like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I want that guy.
Yeah,
I want that guy. That's team first
You
right
go,
there.
wow, really? Oh, that sounds great. I got to get that guy's name.
Oh, we'll
I
find
will.
it.
That will be on the podcast.
Yes. Let's see. The Bears have the ball. Shotgun. Gonna bounce it outside and bounce it outside. And then there's a holding.
It's the only thing when you bounce outside. When you start running east, west, holding penalties.
Yeah.
Holding penalties. I know a lot of people aren't fans of north, south, and
I like
but
the outside zone as long as you don't bounce it. Like you run that, like when you kind of like can bounce it inside the
Yeah,
tackle. It's
in
when
the-
you start
in the
taking
tackle.
multiple ones.
yeah, right.
It's a one cut. It's okay. Either you commit. Either I'm gonna go around the tackle, or I'm gonna go inside the tackle, or I'm gonna go right up the middle on that zone. What
Yeah.
am I gonna do? But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna keep bouncing, hoping something opens up.
Right. Set yourself up for holding.
Yeah.
Give me good old power right.
Yeah. Some Harbaugh stuff right there.
That's
It
what
was him and Frank Gore. Oh,
In that
yeah.
all or nothing, when they were like, oh, what are we going to do, Coach Garrett, this week? And he's like, we're going to fucking hand the ball to fucking 21, and we're going to knock their ass off the ball. That's the game plan. I was like, oh, man, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's kind of like, it's so weird how like even years, like there's like archetypes for certain teams. Like with Chicago, it's defense. You know,
Yeah.
archetypes, you know, they're great when they always have a good defense.
Pittsburgh.
Is defense. You look at the like Cowboys, it's when they've had stars and they can run the ball.
Yeah, right.
They've never, the Cowboys have never struck me as a scheme guy open. It's more like we have these guys, we're just
No.
going to throw. And
Scheme was always simplistic.
yeah. And you look at the Niners now, that's what they run. Their schemes, their zones, their boot actions. That's what makes them great when you have that. Third and 16, I think.
I mean, it was power. It was the same power runs to Emmitt Smith. Maybe out of different sets. It was, you know.
Yeah,
high
but it's the same.
formations
Yeah.
instead of single backs, but it's the same thing. And you know what was funny? I was watching a game a few months back. It was the Triplets era. I forget the game. and they get to the it was versus the Steelers in the Super Bowl 30. And Irvin is just, I mean, Aikman and Irvin are just, and Novacek are just eating up.
Ooh.
They're just eating up the Pittsburgh defense. I mean, 10 yards, 12 yards. Aikman's just caught. There's no running. It's just 12, 11, 8, 7, 11, 15. And they get to like the 10, within the 10 in the red zone. And it's like, all right, take Michael Irvin out. Take everybody out. Let's get like 3 tight end sets. Let's go jumbo. Let's get an extra lineman in there. And I was like, you don't see that anymore. I mean, the Cowboys do that a little bit now, but it's like, wow, you're taking your best wide receiver, number 1 off the field in the red zone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you definitely don't see that anymore. We're going to see Aaron Rodgers in pretty much the 2-minute drill starting from the wows of the 36.
Yeah.
So here it is. I mean, if they get a chance, they go down there and they put another.
Yeah. Oh, Green Bay, my pick so far is looking okay.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. Seal here.
I heard Lombardi didn't even live in Green Bay. He would commute like way in the hell from somewhere else.
I don't know. That is true. I never hear, but I mean, he lived in Wisconsin. I'm hoping.
Yes. And he was the Redskins coach after.
Yeah. Lombardi's Redskins. There's I think NFL timeline for that one. And they were good. They were good for that 1 year. Like they showed, like okay, they can probably do the same thing. But I mean, I would never change the name of that trophy. They're like, oh, no, just it's Lombardi. Like there's certain things, just leave it alone. Yes, of course.
Landry.
Nah. He beat Landry.
That's why. If it wasn't, it would be the Landry. It would. If that happened. I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying if. And we're looking at the Landry trophy.
Yeah, but we're not. We're looking at the Lombardi. Legends never die, dude. It's true, dude. Like, I mean, we're fans of our teams first and foremost, but there's something about football you just love.
I'm a fan of Rambo.
Oh, yeah. That guy's
Last Blood looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm all for this. All for this.
Yeah.
Do you think he has to die at the end, though?
No.
No?
No, he retires on a farm.
That's where he is right here.
But he'll go back after he kills a few people.
Yeah. I saw 10 seconds of this thing. I'm like, yes. Just yes. Oh, yeah. When is this coming out? September 20th?
I'll be there.
I'll be there. How can you not love Rambo?
You can't. I mean, not if you don't. If you love action, you love Rambo.
Now, I know a person. I'm not going to give the name of this person because they'll kill me, but
doesn't like Rambo?
Doesn't like Rocky.
Whoa.
Would rather watch Waterworld than Rocky.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah, man.
That's not.
That's crazy, right?
That's not right. Man.
That's not right.
It's not right. It's not right.
Their movie.
It's like saying you like Lord of the Rings better than Star Wars.
That's crazy, dude.
That's crazy. Crazy talk.
That is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just kind of like, yes, give me Rambo.
I'll take Rocky over Rambo if you really.
Well, I'll talk about the movies now. I don't want to see. It's funny how like.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to see Stallone in a boxing ring, but I'll see him stab some fools and blow some fools up.
Creed's
but
good.
he's not boxing in those.
No, he's not.
I don't need him like that. Rocky Balboa was trash. I'm sorry. I was done with that.
It was cool in the beginning, but I don't want to see him fight.
I don't want to see him fight.
That's exactly.
Yeah. If I was that boxer, if I was Mason the Lion Dixon, I'd retire.
Yeah. Hey,
I would retire if I lost. I would retire if it went to decision.
There's no reason for me to fight this guy.
No.
I get nothing out of it.
No.
I'm either the guy that got my ass kicked by the old man, or I'm the guy that beat the shit out of the
old man. And I don't look great.
Exactly.
You remember in real life when I think Larry Holmes, when he ended up fighting Muhammad Ali, and no one took joy in that. He never got any credit. He was a great boxer, one of the great champions, heavyweight champions, but that never boosted his legacy because all they saw was this great big powerful beating up this old guy. Everybody, like the same people that hated Ali when he was talking his smack and back in the day, loved him because he was this, and all you saw was him getting the crap beat out of him.
Yeah,
did nothing for Larry Holmes.
Right.
But Larry Holmes is crazy though.
And then Larry Holmes got it done to him by Tyson.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, it's because his hand got stuck in the rope.
Oh yeah, his hand got stuck in the rope. Yeah. As you can see,
my hand got stuck in the rope.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was setting up Tyson to lose right there. Right?
Yeah. Like if I'd have just my hand not got, which by the way, if anybody's ever seen that, his hand literally grazes the rope.
Yeah.
How crazy was it when Hopkins got knocked out of the ring?
Yeah.
And he said he fell. Yeah, no, you got knocked out. Like Ray Jones is on the commentary. Nah, dog, you got knocked out of the ring.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The things we say.
Yes.
Hoping people believe.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, man, he's going for it.
Incomplete. 3rd and 7.
He has confidence going down the field with Adams.
Yeah. This is where it's hard because you don't have that threat of play action. I mean, you can, if you do the studies on play action and stuff, the linebackers read the keys off the offensive line. So if you can get them, but right now they're not good. They're going to pin their ears back. So this is where you need, in 2 minutes is where you need OG Aaron Rodgers to like scramble and make a play.
Right.
See, and they know they're just going to pin theirs back and go. And here they come. First down.
A little bit of Brett Favre.
Ooh. He didn't get out of bounds, though. They got enough time.
Okay, they got time.
That was crazy.
Get down there too fast.
No. And the Bears, though.
Yeah.
There are a few I think a lot of quarterbacks can go. I remember when going down, like driving down the field in the 2 minute was something only great quarterbacks can do. Now I feel like with today's offense and everything, I feel like even average quarterbacks can do it. Like if you need a field goal, I feel like
they'll get you there.
Yeah. Like I think I've seen Jameis do it and like Mariota do it a couple times. Like that's not as great. Now going for a touchdown's a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it gets a little bit harder. Oh. Hey, if that dude was a second quicker, that's a pick 6.
Yeah.
I think Aaron has to throw that just a hair quicker. Right there. You got it. That's.
Third down.
We're down, money down.
4.
Nah. Go for it. You're Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. That's why you pay him all that money.
Go for it.
Where are they at?
They're talking like they're going to go for it. I like it.
A minute left, though.
On their side of the field. I like it.
On their side of the field. Yeah.
It's like
I
that's.
don't know. I'd probably punt.
You got to go for that.
I'd punt.
Oh, I think they're just going to try. No. They're going to punt.
I told you, man. You can't go for it.
Yes, you can. Why not? There's no law.
It's 55 seconds left, and you don't get that, and now they're at midfield. You're giving them a field goal.
I'm giving. Yeah.
Are
we really giving them a field goal? That's Trubisky.
Well, that's true. You know, they're not gonna make it. They're not. I don't think the Bears.
Would you go for it if it was like 4th and 2? If they were like they need 2 yards.
4th and 1, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never punt on 4th. I would never ever punt unless I'm like on my own 20, dude. Like, no way. If I can't get a yard, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be playing this game.
Let's see what we got here. If he pins them deep, I think they're going in the half like that. Because you got Green Bay with 2 timeouts. Unless they throw it and then run it. Like if Trubisky tries to throw the ball incomplete and they shout it. I think if you're Green Bay, you can waste the 2 timeouts. See if you get something. Wow.
Well, they're at the 10. Yeah. That's the way I'd play that.
Yeah. Man, complete disrespect to the Bud Knight. I remember when we first started drinking those?
Yeah.
We were hooked on those for a while.
Yeah. Bud Platinum.
Because I feel like that's malt liquor. That's the closest thing to malt liquor
Yeah.
you're going to get.
They go down well for a while.
Yes. And then your brain just starts like
Then you
6% alcohol.
Hits here first.
Yeah. I can literally feel the
like,
blood in my brain slowing down. Like, oh, this is going to end well.
So we're going to hit up on the Red and Blue Rivalry podcast, man.
Oh, we're going to break down their games.
The games, right?
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, break down those games. They're playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, right?
Yeah, we're going
In
to Tampa, and then you guys are hosting the Giants, correct?
Yeah, we're going to kick their ass.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for these games. I don't know, man.
It's going to be a fun week one. I mean, no matter what happens, because it's the first time you get to see your legitimate team out there legitimately playing a game that legitimately counts.
Yes.
Legit.
It's going to be mad legit.
I love it.
Yeah.
What about the weekly podcast? So we're going to have 2 shows. The Red and Blue Rivalry podcast, which will cover San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys. And then we'll have the Say What You Like NFL weekly podcast covering some of the more hot and recent topics for the week.
Oh, we'll be talking about AB.
AB. We're going to definitely talk about AB. Little Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a little
and
Rosen.
the Texans trades.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
the trades.
is Bill O'Brien, the coach, about to get Bill O'Brien, the GM, fired?
Yeah.
We got a little Jerry Jones situations if he wasn't the owner, just the coach, GM. That's a win now. So, our thoughts on that, those topics. And then just a quick review of all the games, who we like.
The weekly picks.
Yeah.
We're going to go. So we'll go through every game, make the picks. I got Green Bay in this one.
I got Green Bay as well.
Over Chicago. So that you guys know out there, it's on record before the game.
Yeah. We think we did it when it was 0-0.
Yeah, it was 0-0.
So, and I mean, we'll do our locks, our upsets.
Yeah, we're going to have 1 lock, 1 upset.
And we'll keep track of those and see who can pick
who
this.
Wins.
Yeah.
Whoever whoever wins, whoever has the most wins at the end of the season buys a case.
I'm way down with that.
All right. I'm good with that.
And the loser gets to drink some of that too, so everybody wins. Yeah. Everybody wins. Exactly. It's a definition of a friendly bet.
Yes.
There are no losers. Get them. Oh, no, see. Force them out of bounds.
Out of bounds. You don't want to force anything. You're on your side. But at the same time,
like, you have to see.
You want to see if you can get a chunk play.
Like, if you're a Nagy, you have to sit there and build like an offense here where, like, okay, if the shot's there, take it. If you don't feel comfortable, we're going to build a check down in there. You can throw it.
Right.
Be fine.
Try to get out of bounds.
Exactly. And what do you do defensively? You play man, you just play zone and let them at least cross the 50 and just make sure you don't give up the big play, which it looks like that's what they're doing. He's going full Jackie Moon. He's a rover coach, and I don't know what's he doing.
Yeah, I don't like playing too conservatively on defense. I mean,
when you're down there,
situation, it's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're down. I think once, in my opinion, when you're in this situation where you can play quarters, cover 4, you play zone behind it.
You can exploit quarters, man.
But I'm saying, like, right here, once you get past, my opinion, once you get to the 40 of your own, that's when coaches don't really play their defense until they probably get past the 50. I would do it a little sooner, but like right now, I feel like you can be comfortable playing that kind of zone defense. And then now look, it's man.
You sit your tight end on a mid route up the middle, and you can really exploit quarters on some of those deep crossing routes if you get the time.
Call a timeout if you're Green Bay. I agree with you to an extent, but you're able to make it's like, can you wrap up and make the tackle?
There should be someone.
Especially when there's like 30 seconds. Like right now, there was about a minute left, little less. Okay, you do that a couple times. All right, you've gotten 20 yards of that. Then I would be like, okay, let's man up. Let's play our regular defense.
I just think that when you let the game dictate your play calling to an extent, like you're kind of asking for trouble, man. Like when you get ultra conservative or ultra aggressive.
What do they say? Prevent defense prevents you from winning.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, wholeheartedly.
My view is that they do it.
Trash.
I think they do it they employ their defense too late. When you're at the 10, 20 of your opponent, I'm going to play zone because I don't know what they're going to do yet. Let them figure it out first, and then I know, okay, they're going to be aggressive, then we can do something.
Yeah, no one's saying send the house, and
I don't know.
And not have
unless you're the Bears.
No safeties. You know what I mean? Hey, we don't need safeties back there. I
gotta
keep your safeties back there to make the tackle.
But you want to play man underneath as opposed to zone.
Yeah, why do I got to play some soft zone? Why do I got to let them get their free 10 yards or free 8 yards? Like,
so you got Aaron Rodgers with how many seconds? 15 seconds.
I don't know.
This quarter, he's kind of cleaned it up. I think you can get maybe one shot. He always looks like they just shot him up full of pain pills. Looks like he was one of the defendants in that Mexico case they talked to you about. And Trubisky is like, this is what I'm saying. Like Trubisky, I just don't know. Like you've seen the passes he's thrown.
Yeah.
He's thrown a lot of ones I'm not comfortable with. If you're gonna throw those, and you better throw some good ones.
Right.
You know, Patrick Mahomes will throw some ridiculous ones, but he'll also throw some crazy ones.
Whatever Mahomes does.
Yeah, like that. But he's thrown enough to show you.
Whoa.
Timeout. Are we gonna see it?
Graham.
Yeah.
A renaissance. You know what's crazy? I
Huh.
don't doubt that he just launches that to the end zone.
Yeah.
And
Calls it.
he
Yeah.
can do it.
Oh yeah, he's done it to like almost every team.
That Cowboys play in 16 playoffs. That was amazing. That one was too.
The one against this one is the one I like because he spins out and like he's got pressure. He literally has pressure in his face, and just bang. And then the Giants one. Like that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. But that Cowboys one, man. I mean, that sideline, like that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect placement, way down the field. That wasn't bad Cowboys.
No, you can't defend that.
That was not bad coverage. Like,
No.
whoa, that's
What are you gonna do with
exactly
that?
what I would want him to be.
All right, you got 5. Exactly the smartest thing in the world. Just
I don't like that.
oh, he was close.
Yeah.
He was
I
close.
don't like that.
Huh.
I don't like rushing 2 people, man.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had enough time if you send
Right.
him more.
Yes. 2 guys.
That's crazy though. So what do you think the first half? A little mini.
Sloppy football. Aaron Rodgers turned it around the second quarter. You can see the difference in him. He was taking shots down the field. Jimmy Graham starting to come back from the grave too.
Yeah,
Had a touchdown.
I think the Bears defense have done. I think the Bears, their defense is going to kind of carry them. This is a microcosm of
Yeah.
what I think the Bears season is going to be.
Yeah.
It's their defense, and can Trubisky make a couple plays? That you're still dealing with the king of the north. He's still the king of the north until he's not.
That's the way I see it too, man.
Yeah, it's just we'll never know what happens there. But it's exciting to get a real foot. You know,
It was good. To start to see the real players do it, man. The starters
yeah.
in action.
Yes, and then I mean we got 2 days until we get.
Can't
yes,
wait.
Yes.
Can't wait. Zeke's back.
Garoppolo's healthy.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
It is.
Yeah, man. All right, so we'll end the live stream, but we will record the Red and Blue Rivalry
Yup.
podcast and the weekly podcast. So those should be dropping within the next couple days, man. So we will sign off of this here, and we'll see you on those podcasts.
Yup.